All right, guys, we are entering this project only just slightly handicapped. Denise has a wonderful vision in her mind of what this is going to be. And some of them come from Pinterest. And I'm like, wow, baby, you really got, either you got me like confused with somebody who's really good, or like you just, you crazy. But I'm going to do my best to help her dream come to life. Yeah, and we have a big plan today. It's a great undertaking. One we'll call it's like a transformation. We will be trying to transform from bunker to after a bunker. What would be an upgrade?
You guys, we are...
A ballroom.
Yeah, we are definitely trying to transform our living space from work zone to more livable space. And this is a project that we've been wanting to get to for quite some time. And we got some ideas.
We do. One of the things we struggle with is everything has to be right here on the floor. There's no place for anything, right? We have built some walls, separated some of the rooms, right? We've done a little bit of it, but nothing that was concrete or more permanent like we're about to start right now, which is going to start bringing that character to our home.
So let's see what we got going on, you guys. We are right here by the entry.
Yeah. And by every door, there needs to be a place for an individual to hang their coat, to sit down, and to store things, right? Because as it is right now, guys, we don't even have chairs for our dining table. So we don't have the legitimate place to hang our coat. We throw them over to couches or throw them over a broom or whatever we do. What we need to do, guys, is make something that, so when we come into our home, we can, like, I don't even know what to say.
Have a place for things.
We can have a place for things. So here's the plan, guys. First and foremost, what I want to say is we are not even done with drywall. But I'm done with drywall enough to be able to do a small portion of the stuff in the basement. If you've been following along, you already know we've been banging away at like doing some rock down here in the bunker and trying to get it done. Well, I've got a few issues on the other side that I have to address. I've got one wall that we're not going to mess with at all today. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't mess with any of it if I could get away with it. But I'm going to have to get us all dusty just for a minute, right? Because what we need to do is knock this coat down one last time. But I don't need to pull any more mud, guys, at least not today. What we'll do is we'll sand this wall down. But because I have more than just these two seams that are ready to be painted, I'm going to go ahead and work right around the corner this way, guys. Let's go over here and I'll show you what's up. We're going to head down this wall and then we're going to do this little piece right here, and that's it. We're going to stop right there because none of this wall is ready for me, right? So what our plan is to transform this area, which was to have enough space from the door to be able to build something right here. And that's what we're about to do. Looks really good, baby cakes. You did a good job.
Alright, you guys, we got the dusty part done with. We just got to get it cleaned up. But that means that we can prime now after we get all the dust cleaned up. It's warming up out here. I forgot there was a time change, even though all of you guys reminded us that there was a time change. If you guys are not already subscribed to our channel, be sure to do that. It helps us on our journey. Give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, you know, all the jazzy jazz. Marcel's getting rinsed up.
All right, guys, we are entering this project only just slightly handicapped, right? Denise has a wonderful vision in her mind of what this is going to be. And some of them come from Pinterest. And I'm like, wow, baby, you really got, either you got me like confused with somebody who's really good, or like you just, you crazy. But I'm going to do my best to help her dream come to life. And we're going to do our best together. And we're going to learn a lot of this stuff together as we do it. All right, guys, so here's what it is. We have 12 feet of wall here. And what we don't have is a place to hang our coats, to like conceal some of that stuff. It's certainly nice to be able to like put your coats up and then maybe close the door. Maybe all of our shoes and boots don't need to be right here in our face, tripping over it. It makes it very difficult to like feel comfortable in your own home. We always feel like we're dirty and it's messy and it's cluttered. And these are the things that bring a home to life, when you can hide all your junkalunka. And that's what we're about to do right here, guys. With 12 feet, we haven't decided just yet how big the bench should be. How big do you think it should be? Should it be 6 feet? Should it be 4 feet? Should it be 8 feet? Probably 6 feet is my opinion. But maybe you got a different one and I might see it your way. So if you've got something to share with me, holler down below. But the plan is to start building this way. We'll come out here 3.5 feet. We'll say somewhere in there, I got a little bit of wiggle room, right? So that leaves me like 5 feet. 4 to 5 feet right here, right? And then again, another 3.5 to 4 feet on the end. That's the vision. This side will be a closet that we can hang our coats and other things, right? There'll be some cabinetry. There'll be some places to hang things, and there'll be a door so we can close it off. What kind of a door? I don't know, but probably not one that opens outwards. You feel me? Because we already have a door right here. It'll probably be a sliding door or an accordion door style. I don't know yet. We'll figure that part out as we go, as this dream starts to manifest and come to life. Anyway, so that would make this section right here, guys, will be the bench. The bench with maybe some under the bench storage, maybe some bins, maybe not, maybe straight to the floor, because then you can slide your muddy boots in there. Whatever, we'll figure that part out as we get to it. But what we're thinking is maybe some Nice trim work. We're going to save money by not doing everything in wood. We've already put a lot of effort and time into this drywall, so we'll probably do some fancy schmancy budget work. We're going to use what we got. But I see hooks for jackets. You feel me? Or a raincoat. Or whatever. But we need a mirror here too, guys, because you're getting ready to go out the door. You got to put your jacket on, straighten your hat out. You know what I mean? Make sure that your hat doesn't make your butt look big. It's important, guys. You know what I mean? And then on this end, guys, with what is left, Denise's vision is counter height cabinetry down here with the countertop. And then maybe half the depth, right?
Yeah.
The rest of the way up with some more shelving, whether it's wide, doors, that's still yet to be determined, right? We're open to all of it. We're trying to do this in a budgetary fashion, but remember, this is our dream home, and it is a brand new home. So we're not going to just...
willy-nilly it.
We're not going to willy-nilly it. We're not going to do like whatever it's called. You can imagine maybe 10 feet high. We can go a little bit taller with the cabinets, but you want to stay kind of what the standard sizes are because functionality has already been determined into these styles.
So one of my questions to you guys is, I thought about only going up 8 feet and then leaving the other 2 feet open, but then we could also just build all the way up too. So if it was yours, what would you do? Would you want the open space for extra storage, or would you just close it in and make it cabinets up there?
The difference is how we build it and how much it costs. Mm-hmm. Do you need shelving 10 feet tall? Can you reach 10 feet tall? Those are the design. Those are the design ideas and things we'll have to come up with before we get to it. Step one, we already have somewhat of a layout. Maybe, I don't know if you still have it. Maybe we can kind of share a little bit.
I'll pop up a picture for you guys so you can see kind of what I'm like
kind
gearing toward. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhat. It's going to be just ideas. Yeah. That being said, we have some steps that we need to take even before we start even thinking about touching a piece of wood.
Let's slam it out, baby. Alright, you guys, so we got our final sand done on the drywall. Marcel had done how many mud coats on this?
There's 4 on this one right now, and there may be a little bit left to do. But the biggest thing is it's hard to see until we prime, which is a tip, a trade secret tip. You don't have to get them all out at first. Get most of it out. And then you can prime and you'll be able to see your porosities and your imperfections that you can then fix. Just don't paint it first. The other thing is when you're sanding this stuff, make sure you're using the long block, because you cover more surface, right? A big old surface like that is way better a little one. Now the little ones, they got their purpose too, don't get me wrong, but when you're trying to do a big lap, the bigger, the more it is. And that's pretty much what you're trying to do. You're trying to fan out this to cover up this little bit right here. And that's your super secret trade tip of the day. Before you can see all the imperfections, here, I'll show you over here. Come over here real quick. So this is an unsanded surface. And when you run your flashlight across it, you can see everywhere you need to sand. Right? Don't do it straight on. Look, that almost looks perfect. Come from the side, baby, and look at that. Oh, man. See what you're trying to see, and I'm going to show you another secret. See how this is like a nice beam of light all the way across? Watch when I come to this one. See how it like disappears? Because there's a huge lump right there that we're working out. I'm starting to get it though. Look. See, you can see it now. You can see the light now here, but see how it disappears right there? That's because there's a big lump right there. So I'm working all this out, which is why we're not going to push any further because I only got so much in me. My shoulders are shot. And I don't want to just do a substandard job because I get wore out or sore and it becomes difficult. This stuff either looks like somebody really didn't know what the heck they were doing, did it, or it looks good. And then you never think about it again. Right? And these are the tricks that get you there. This is what we got now, guys. Come on over here.
But slow down. It's just so smooth.
It's just dust. Yeah, see much. It's just dust. Right. Oh, right there. See it? See that right there? When you're sanding these, I know from a distance, everybody probably already knows, but every time I watch people do drywall, it's weird. I'm like, what did they, who did they watch do drywall? It's a fan. You like taper it from nothing, gradual little lump to nothing again. So you could sand this totally till there's nothing left there. So if there's a little imperfection like that close to the edge, Bama baby, she's gone. Look at that. Oh yeah. Guys, you could sell that to royalty. You know what I mean? Or maybe somebody. Like, you want to be able to get your wall painted in 2 coats. It starts to become very expensive to have to do more than 2 coats. And they claim that you should be able to get 2 coats out of a gallon. Right? So that being said, the only way I've ever found to be able to do that is if you prime with tinted color, because it comes through too much and you can see it. And once you do it like this, you can't see it. You know what I mean?
Besides, if you don't get around to the next coat for a minute, at least you get a chance to adjust to the color, see if you like it, and have time for changes.
It's not exactly the same color.
Yeah.
They tint it as closely as they can. Okay. You know? So.
This is
that's just
Dorian Gray.
And it's just plain old regular PVA. That's drywall sealer. That's the stuff you put on your raw drywall. We can't just go over this with stuff. We got to cover it up, man. That's code for get her done. You know what I mean?
All right, let's get her done then.
All right, man. We're going to call ourselves flip-flop painters. All right, guys. Let's teach you another quick trick of the trade. And we are going to do something that's very important when you're painting and you want a fine finish, guys. Run some tape. I'm trying to be very, very, very conservative with this.
So typically you try to use some masking tape or
just some regular old blue painter's tape. All right, guys, there it is. It's hard to get the paint to stick to it, but one thing you don't do is get any fibers attached to the wall. All right, let's get to it. Nah, just kidding. You got to take it off, guys. You got to take it off. Now, I will tell you that there's probably not going to be much on this, but if you buy the budget-friendly the budgetary roller covers, you will find that a lot of the fibers will come off and they end up on your wall and they look like little hairs and you're like, whoa, come on, man, I worked so hard. Get it off your roller, but this is a Purdy. And one thing they are is pretty expensive, but they also pretty freaking sweet. They are not the Buenos from Home Depot.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg. All right, guys, so what Denise is about to do is start cutting in. She's going to work ahead of me. That way I can knock down her lines and try to make everything look uniform. She's going to cut in everything I can't get a 9-inch roller on. She's going to hit the edge so I don't have to bump the other wall with the edge of the roller. She's going to roll along the top. She only needs to go down just so far. And then on the bottom up just so far. You really don't even need to worry about the bottom usually because what you end up doing is putting base trim down. And we don't really have to worry about it either. But we're going to hit it.
I need a sanding
whatever block. It is. A what, baby?
Sanding block. Oh, yeah.
So the biggest thing is, guys, when you're doing this, is we're not trying to let me bump the ceiling or bump the floor. That's why Denise is doing this. And she's also going ahead of me because one of the things you'll notice with a bad paint job is people will roll and then they'll cut. And what you end up seeing is the two flashing differently. A roller flashes one way and your brush strokes flash another way. So the goal is to not allow that obnoxious brush roll that's only this wide destroy everything else that you've done. So you cut in first, then you bring that roller in as close as you can to try to knock down all those brush marks. And it looks like a professional did it because a professional will have done it. Yeah? Because you guys are all pros anyways. I'm just talking to the pros, I'll bet you, huh, baby?
Well, we would be honored if pros would be watching us.
I would be honored if I found out the Idaho painter was like, whoa, that guy learned something from me. But we know the Idaho painter won't never, ever see our video. He don't care about a couple of old painters that trying to be homesteaders. Typically, Denise would have a small roller, the same diameter as the normal roller, just a short one, a 3-inch, 3-inch. And she would knock down her own brush strokes. And then I fall back and fill everything back in. But this is primer. It's going to go so fast. We've only got just these couple of little walls, and we're going to be done. We're actually maybe not even likely to do 2 coats because we're going to be building here and doing some damage. And we may want to fix that damage. So what we'll do is we'll prime the entire thing. Then we'll build. Then we'll be looking at painting.
The sun comes up on a field of gold, the morning air crisp and bold. Faith runs deep in this heart of mine like the river flows steady through time. Love's in the whispers of the pine trees sway in the quiet moments of the break of day. Life's a gift wrapped in earth and sky, a simple truth we can't deny. Faith, love, embracing life through the trials, the joy, the strife. A country road beneath the stars, we find our heaven where we are. Hands calloused from the work we do, building dreams with skies so blue. The church bell rings, it calls us home. Together we're never alone. Children's laughter, a sweet refrain, dancing barefoot in the summer rain. Love is the seed we sow each day. It grows stronger come what may. Faith, love, embracing life through the trials, the joy, the strife. A country road beneath the stars, we find our heaven where we are.
All right, guys, let's show you something real quick. The way you drive your roller across the wall matters. One side, you'll end up usually leaving little driblets behind that look a little bit like...
Like right there?
Yep, like right there. That happens because I use my roller backwards. So what you do is turn your roller this way and drive it this way. Keeping that edge, because you'll see this edge starts to collect paint like that, and it gets little fringes like that, and they end up leaving little tracers like that. Another quick tip, I've learned this the hard way. Don't ever stop your roller in the middle of a wall, even when you're priming. Go full strokes all the way up, because it'll leave that little extra right there. When you paint on it next time, you'll see that every time you add a layer, it gets worse and worse. So always run from floor to ceiling. Every time. Every time. As if you don't, believe it, you'll hate it. Right direction now. We did it and it looks good. What do you think, babe?
Looks good.
Looks good. It's drying fast too, huh?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Two rings, one vow, they sealed it in ink. Kitchen table dreams scribbled in the sink. Bills piled high, but the faith ran deeper. She was the dreamer, he the believer. Roads got rough, tires wore thin.
It's from a secret admirer.
Oh, yeah?
Well, secret anyways.
Okay.
They forgot to tell us who it was. Do I still need to wear a belt? I'm grown up now.
Northwest Arkansas just has money in it.
What the heck? Why would somebody do that?
Somebody sent us some money, you guys. That's $100.
Dang.
That is very sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
That is insanely kind.
There's nothing else
I don't
in
even know
here.
how to take that. I don't even know how to take it. You know what? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We ain't gonna turn our head right now.
What? I have to look everywhere that I'm going.
Kitchen table dreams scribbled in the sink. Bills piled high.